Abanawa, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, transliteration, our Father.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, just the same. YHWH, 4 letters found in Dead Sea Scroll caves. Romans 10:13, whoever so calls on that name, the same shall be saved. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive these debtors. Stultifying us creditors, Esau playing editor, defacing artifacts, showing true Jews had melanin. Finna call Chris Hansen in to catch these spiritual predators who pervert depictions of the Son of Man's skin. But let the dust settle in and wait for Yahweh Shai to crack that dome as the sweetest metronome. To hear that so far from the sky, praying for forgiveness of sin. Ain't no retry. I'm praying that that gulf and the end isn't so far between you and I. I'm praying for 12 tribes to combine under the commandments of the Most High as I face the east and say his prayer every sunrise.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
Now it's Shabbat Shemayim. My heart is crying. Israel is dying in sin. I am wondering, when will this horrific rule of Edomites will end? Time's prophecy. A T-girl weighs a cock at me. I rebuke them for hate speech. They want to lock up me, but there ain't no way they stopping me from dropping these bombs of truth. Chosen people worshiping Zeus, calling him Jesus. He's really Caesar. Bullshit. I prophesied to Israel. 2/3 can't hear. They are borrowers, trappers, and pimps of the year. Fly guys, Benjamin B on that, I. Selassie, Molly got dreads high. Not from Kwam Yasha'ara. Birds fly up and try to holler. Leg, arm, con. That spells Allah, the power. What will you do in that final hour when the sky is cracked by that woolly hair, black Yahweh Shai? Gun in my face, death in my eye. Life or death, live or die. Murdered by my own con. Life or death, live or die. Murdered by my own con.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
It's massive killing, boom, boom. There ain't no Thanksgiving. Yahweh willing, you will see why your words can't hurt me. You jive turkey, you've been chilling with a Edomite woman. Ate a piece of a pie, caught syphilis and genital herpes. You hate sisters, you got screwed, little mister. Not trying to dish ya, this should really uplift ya. With the ruah, if you knew what I just said, you would want to step to it. You refuse to, you a sucker. Like a hooker, you just blew it. Lollipop, and I knew it. T-Doc recordings, this crew is spiritual lyrics. Debtors wanna sue us. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, our Father which art in heaven. Abanawa. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim. Transliteration. Our Father.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. In the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. In the gates thereof the language.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, just the same. YHWH, 4 letters found in Dead Sea Scroll caves. Romans 10:13, whoever so calls on that name, the same shall be saved. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive these debtors. Stultifying us creditors, Esau playing editor, defacing all.
Feel my pain, my pain, feel it, my pain, feel it. Try these shoes on my head. Shout out doctor, man, I've been betrayed by family, pain, by women, by so-called best friends. Feel my pain. Feel, where you at? Hold me down. Hold me down.
My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad. My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad.
Overcome the odds. Said I wouldn't make it. I made it.
They wanna love me now. They treated me foully, used to talk greasy, put me down. Moms, I arise. Don't you feel proud? I defied the odds. I made it somehow. Now the girls are like, wow. Look at Taza Doc. These bitches are foul. Never digging my style. Looking for a beta male cash cow. I was broken, never spoke, or even smile. Gave up on me, but your boy don't quit. They say life's a bitch, you get screwed by her. I say life's what you make it, don't get used by her. You could be a failure, if that's what you prefer, or overcome whatever will occur. Black and dumb from the slum, they say that I fell. You get the middle finger, bitches farewell. I love my dear mom, cause she gave her best. They knocked me down, but couldn't stop success. I was hungry in the streets, boosting food, or running up in spots, don't nobody move. Blacking in the ghetto, pastor chosen for you. I came up on them, they said I'll lose. Highly favored by Yahuwah, he showed me the truth. My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad. My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad. Ate abuse for breakfast, no hugs for bed. If you know my pain, then nod your head. When it's time to ride, would've died for you, bro. Found out in the end, you a bitch ass hoe. Smiling in my face, sexing my ex-girl. You went against the code, X's all off limits. Damn shame, what suckers do for women. It's me against them all, but my heart stopped. I was homeless, and my brother's phone is blocked. Please tell me, Yahuwah, why this happened to me? It must be the curse of Deuteronomy. Grab my Bible, started reading verses. I contend the entire earth is wicked as hell. There ain't no love, far as I can tell. The agenda is sex, drugs, and wealth. Just trust my Bible and my gun. Betrayed by friends, I trust no one. If I'm crossed again, I'ma say it, son. They gave me hateful love. She knows sex or drug. Had to find an outlet. God is the plug. I got a screw face, cry tears of blood. None of you are what you say you are. My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad. My teacher told me I won't succeed. I'll be dead or locked up by 23. Just 7 years old, getting in my head. Mom said you ain't just like your dad. You got paralysis, don't feel this song. Play it for those that's done you wrong. Look them in the eye, say goodbye, move on. I know it hurts, but you must be strong. Let tears rain, but weather the storm. They gave up on me, I came up on them. Now they look at Tazadak and say I'm proud of him. I say fucks given, must think I'm a simp. You get the middle finger, look at me now.
Yeah, this goes out to the teacher that said I wasn't make it, that told me I was most unlikely to succeed. Now I'm making more than all of my teachers. Yeah, and this is for everybody that doubted me, man. Yo, I'm doing it, man. So let me tell you, man, don't let no one determine who you are. Tells the doc so they know it said it, man. Feel my pain, my home. Feel it, my pain, feel it. Try these shoes on by hand.
The man on the beat, nigga.
Do you wake up and pray with your hands stretched out to the E? Do you gut up your loins like Joe 38 and 3? Do you have perfect attendance and all the high holy days and feasts? Do you show you who a real love by keeping a 613? I claim victory every time I'm in the ring with that beat. And they wonder how I do it. It's the rule walk all over me. Isaiah 41 and 10, my strength is coming from D. See me in a fight with a bear, better pray for my enemy.
All of these lessons you send me, I pray that I pass them and pray that you bless me with the Ruach. Live my life, I walk it out in co-op. With the Husha on my side, I got heathen screaming, crying out wide. They're mad cause our position, you tell them they act surprised. La-uh, we don't make wishes. La-uh, to a false image. La-uh, to the lukewarm who treat this walk like a scrimmage. Calm, to those diligent. Calm, we think militant. Say the scripts with significance. Former things, no remembrance. Yasha Allah, we the chosen people, so they write laws to hinder us. Shayna man got the beat jumping. Celebrated blowing other trumpets. Day atonement in 10 days. You ain't in the truth if you ain't coming. Ain't in the truth if you ain't coming. Day atonement in 10 days. You ain't in the truth if you ain't coming.
Do you wake up and pray with your hands stretched out to the E? Do you gut up your loins like Joe 38 and 3? Do you have perfect attendance and all the high holy days and feasts? Do you show you who a real love by keeping a 613? I claim victory every time I'm in the ring with that beat. And they wonder how I do it. It's the rule walk all over me. Isaiah 41 and 10, my strength is coming from D. See me in a fight with a bear, better pray for my enemy.
Prepare for war and peace. Peace won't last forever. Watch your friends closely. Some of them are devil, tells a dark Nephilim. Blessing them, touch souls, raising savior. Giving right knowledge, overcome aphasia. Khan's flow is fucking amazing. Using curse words, how can it be a savior? Blessing high favor, roll with mighty men. Like King David, our Father in heaven. It's my last rites, don't love me while living. Don't mourn my life, my obituary. When I'm buried, priests telling my stories. Ladies want my dick, I'm a fucking legend. Known from heaven to purgatory. Property and trust, hear me and bless. Spiritually touched, tells a dark lyrics. Make your blood push arrest. Ladies love tells dark, cause I don't give a fuck. Do this so the children won't live like us. Don't have to endure the things I did. That's why I go hard in this life I live. When I'm in the dirt, don't sure feel hurt. When to honor me, keep doing this work. Peace on us forever, teaching the beast when it's time for war. In these streets, sometimes in war you must fake peace. Element of surprise for your enemy. Any rappers good, CDOC. La-ah, 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 la-ah. Do this so the children won't live like us. Don't have to endure the things I did. That's why.
Do you wake up and pray with your hands stretched out to the E? Do you gut up your loins like Joe 38 and 3? Do you have perfect attendance and all the high holy days and feasts? Do you show you who a real love by keeping a 613? I claim victory every time I'm in the ring with that beat. And they wonder how I do it. It's the rule walk all over me. Isaiah 41 and 10, my strength is coming from D. See me in a fight with a bear, better pray for my enemy.
Shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study, man. Don't be munching them hooks, man. On that Abanabwa, man, that joint right there, man. It's a classic for real, man. That's one of my favorite joints.
Come.
Abanawa, man. I feel that song every time I listen to it, man. No talk, man. I do it my head, man. Melody, boy. That melody touch you, man. Real talk, man.
uh,
If it doesn't touch you, then you gotta have paralysis, man. Mentally and physically, man. So tonight we're gonna talk about scandalous women. We're gonna talk about lying and deceptive women. True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And if you're one of the people that come on here week after week, whether you be on YouTube or on Rumble, and you're on the outside looking in, and you still haven't joined us, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Your time is running out. This thing is getting close to the end. All of the signs mentioned in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, is coming upon us. We're getting close to the end of this thing. So we're going to talk about a few scandalous women in the Bible and how they compare to the modern woman today. And you're going to see the parallel. There's a lot of women that I call it semantics, but women are much more subtle than the average guy, right? So a woman has a way of saying things, but she'll say it in such a way that you can't really effectively charge her with. You know what I'm talking about, Baksha? She'll say it in a way, you know what she meant, and she knows what she's meant, but she have a very deceptive spirit, right? It's filled with deception and deceit and subtleties. She'll say it in a subtle way that you will pick up the meaning, but then when you're trying to call her on it, she'll deny that she even said it. And I'm warning all men to look out for this kind of woman, because this spirit is on a lot of women. And if you see this kind of woman, run, because she's not honest, and that kind of woman will get you in trouble. That's the kind of woman that'll lay down with you and then scream rape later and say you raped her. And the way that this society's set up, you don't even risk dealing with this kind of woman. Any kind of woman that can't be straightforward and honest with you, you don't want to deal with her. That's a bad spirit. She's dealing with an unclean spirit. And anything in this world that we're dealing with is spiritual, more so than physical. You understand what I'm talking about? So you got to watch out for that.
facts.
Any of you brothers got anything to say before we go into this?
I definitely got something to say. Salaki, good brother. You know, women like that, I have so little respect for them, especially when they're supposed to be of a grown, mature age, but they're acting like an adolescent when they're saying things that they know they meant, but then are going to retract it when they're called upon when it's pointed out. I have no respect for that type of woman. I don't want to have anything to do with that type of woman. That type of woman will definitely get you locked up, will lie on you in a heartbeat. And you know what? In most cases, they have very little confidence within themselves. And that's why they must lie and hide and be sneaky and try to lay traps for you. Okay? That woman, run the hell away from them. You're better off being by yourself, okay? Hugging a damn teddy bear at night as opposed to being with a damn woman like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care if you've been you've been locked up for 20 years and that's the only choice you got when you come out, but then become a Munich because it's not worth it. And you just end up locked up again. Don't mess with them type of women. They're dangerous. They're like a black widow spider. They bite you and then you die.
And that's why they're generally alone, huh? They done screwed so many men over, they done burned so many bridges, and they're alone. Now, I'm going to tell all you guys under the sound of my voice, if you see a woman, if this woman looks fairly attractive, she got a nice body, and that woman's alone, you could best believe there's something going on with her. There's something going on with her. Huh? Come.
Yeah, I don't experience them type of women multiple times. Like, you know, they very sneaky, conniving. You know, they do things, you know, in the private or whatnot, and they act one way in the private, but in public, you know, they try to portray an innocent type of image, but they do, you know, such evil things behind closed doors. I don't experience them type of women a few times. When I say a few times, sometimes, man, it's best to just run away, like Barack Shaw said, man. Not even deal with them type of women because it's gonna come a time to where she'll get you caught up in some foolishness, man. Literally, I've experienced that situation once before, so I know to look out for that type of women. I know them when I see them.
Come on. A lot of those women, I can't say I've been, in that type of situation where allegations have been brought against me like that, but I've seen cases upon case of brothers' lives that have just been completely ruined over a wicked Jezebel spirit bringing some type of allegations towards him that really she was the provocateur. A lot of the times they are the provocateurs and ruin brothers' lives. Brothers that have a lot ahead of them now are behind bars because of a woman like that. So that's something that brothers really need to take heed to. The elders are speaking about in certain situations and need to be aware of how these women operate and what they really after your substance, really after what you can provide for them. If that means tearing your name down, so be it.
Calm.
Very shalom as well. Well, a clue that a woman that you're dealing with is like that. If you're dealing with a woman and she always plays the victim, don't want to take responsibility for none of her own actions, responses, or anything like that, or immediately defensive. Those are signs. Those are telltale signs. It's a workup. It could possibly be a workup to something. So just be careful and watch those cues before things get escalated a little bit too far. Just it's best as written to be in the top of a roof or dwell with a lion and a dragon and be in the house with a quarrelsome woman because there is no end. You deal with one thing, it's something else. I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't feel right. I don't know what you did. Well, what? Or just immediately get the yapping her gums, and I'm gonna say yapping because it's irritating. That's that's the real word. And then just ask the question, like, well, if she get to talking, like, well, what was my question? And they can't repeat your question to you. They just running. Just hit reset, man. Just walk away. It'll make your brain hurt.
Yeah, so we're not necessarily talking about the quarrelsome one. We're talking about a one that's even more dangerous. I'm talking about the quiet demons. I'm not talking about the ones that argue. The most dangerous kind of demon is a quiet demon. The one that, oh, shalom, brother, shalom. And, no, this is real talk. They're out there. They're being rebellious, but they do it in a quiet kind of spirit, this quiet demon. Those are the most deceptive kind of demons. You understand what I'm talking about? So I'm talking about the ones that would do something and she say, hey, I have done no wrong. You understand what I'm saying? She'll instigate everything, and then when you call her on it, she'll say, I have done no wrong. That's what someone get Proverbs 7 verse 5.
Come on. Book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger, which flattereth with her words.
Okay, so this woman, she'll flatter you with her words, right? But she'll do it in such a way that if you try to charge her with something, she'll say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. See, that's the way of an adulterous woman. This woman, she may be in a relationship. Someone get Proverbs 30, verse 20. Watch this.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness.
You see that?
Come on.
This is typically this is the kind of woman I'm talking about. So in this kind of woman, she'll make maybe sexual gestures at you. She'll say something provocative, but when you call her on it, she done it in such a way that I don't know what you're talking about. If you're dealing with that kind of woman, run. That is nothing but trouble. That is a quiet demon. You understand? That's very deceptive. That's the spirit of Eve. She should have learned from her foremother in the garden. She should have learned from her foremother in the garden. So let's go to Ephesians 6 and 12.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
See, some of you're trying to fight a physical fight. These are spiritual wickedness that you're dealing with. And a lot of this is in these Eves. It's not just in your de factos and so on and so forth. A lot of this is in these Eves that you're dealing with, man.
Come on.
Come on. I was reading something. So we're gonna talk about the. See, when people talk about these off spirits, for whatever reason, people are always talking about Jezebel. And I guess because, most people that doesn't really, don't really read the Bible as they should. They know about Jezebel, but they don't know about the other ones. But tonight, we're going to tell you about some of the other, because Jezebel, she's the most notable one, and she's most talked about. But these spirits on these women is a Jezebel spirit, a Rahab, a Lilith, and so on and so forth. So today, each is considered, these kind of women are the most scandalous women in the Bible. And pretty much, this is what we're seeing in this society, man. A lot of these women have this Jezebel spirit. They're scandalous women. And so we're going to look at these women, and, perhaps many of you have actually already probably been involved in a relationship with this kind of woman, or you might be engaged in one now, and she's playing you. She's manipulating on your feelings. You can't hang out with your akim. You can't congregate like you should, because when you do it, and I already know this is affecting a lot of brothers. And T-Dot, the woman becomes like angry, or you don't spend enough time with me. Most High can't use a man like that. I'm gonna tell you straight forth, man. The Most High cannot use a man like that if a woman can control you like that. She has to understand that you're a man of the Most High, and that, his work comes first. She's going to have to understand that. If she doesn't understand that, hey, man, you're going to have to choose between her and the Most High. That's just what it is. Because any kind of woman doing that kind of stuff is trying to control you. Or you don't spend enough time. Well, you take what you got. Be glad that you're with me. See, this is what you men got to understand, man. It's not your damn responsibility to make a woman happy. That's her responsibility. You're not supposed to be trying to make no woman happy, man. See, you listen, man, you're not from Rome. So you're not supposed to be romantic. That's not part of our culture. That's what Esau done threw on you, man. It is not your damn responsibility to make her happy. You're the man. You're supposed to be focused on your purpose, on your mission. And she's supposed to help you accomplish that. She's to help me. She's not willing to do that. Pack it up and get the hell up out of here. That's my attitude. A lot of you are not qualified to be men. You're men-giners. And she's screwing you on a daily basis. So don't she, oh, well, I'm bored. If she's bored, give her ass something to do. But you can't let her cause you to take away from doing this work of the Most High. A lot of you dudes are caught up, well, I gotta spend a few times, but explain to her, listen, man, this is my purpose right here. Are you down to help me or what? Because if not, there's always someone willing to do what she's not. I don't have time for the foolishness. I'm on a whole different type of time, man. Any woman that's trying to get in the way of me and the Most High, man, I'll replace her, man, like a pair of sneakers. It's really that easy. And I got sneakers I don't even wear. Matter of fact, I need to take them to Goodwill. I'll get rid of her just like those sneakers. You could like that. I'm not trying to be funny, man. I'm dead ass. And that's the attitude you guys got to have, man. You got to care, but you can't give a damn. Right. That's the only way you're going to stay a strong man, man. And any of you, well, I've said it multiple times, a man that's in love, that dummy is psychosis. He's a dummy. Fred Sanford couldn't have said it better. Any man that's in love, he's psychosis because he starts thinking with emotions and not logic anymore. That's feminine energy. So Mary Magdalene. Well, the woman that rubbed the oil on people, Yahusha's feet, his last name wasn't Magdalene. People threw that on her. Her name was just Mary. Mary Magdalene, in my research, was a different woman. So Mary, Jezebel, Rahab, Lilith, all wicked women in the Bible. Scandalous women. Same characteristics that I'm seeing on a lot of these women. When we delve in the Bible history and we examine the lives of these four women I just mentioned, they're scandalous. Let's look at Mary. Was Mary a prostitute? Was Mary a prostitute, or was Mary a prostitute who repented, or was she simply an influential female of Yahusha? Her name was Mary from Magdala. Mary from Magdala, right? She's been saddled in the Bible with an unfortunate reputation. But how did this notion come about? How did the notion that she was a whore come about? How did she go from saint to sinner? Anyone know? How does this woman emerge into the spotlight, being a prostitute?
Was she not caught in the act of adultery?
Who is this unnamed sinful woman who anointed Yahusha's feet with ornament? Who sin he forgives. Let's go to the book of Luke. Let's read chapter 7, verse 36 through 50. Let's check it out. And when we're going over these precepts, I want you to keep your woman in mind, or that woman you might be courting or dating.
Come. The book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 36. And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with them. And he went into the Pharisee's house and sat down to meat. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Yahusha sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now, when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it,
make something very clear. It has been a misnomer that people said that this was Mary Magdalene, or Mary Magdalene. Did they give this woman's name, Mary Magdalene? No. It's a misnomer. Go ahead, read on.
Now, when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him.
So the Pharisees said, why he's letting this prostitute touch his feet if he was a prophet? See, they was constantly trying to look for something on Yahusha. Like a lot of you try to look for something on Benaiah, Kadar, Barak Shah, Tazadat. Always looking for something. I got that nigga. I knew it. Every day you're looking for, I got that nigga now, man. I knew he wasn't no damn good. But they're trying to pin something on you, boy. That's why you got to stay clean, boy.
Facts.
Yeah, they've been trying to pin something on me for years. They're saying women and everything. Who sent you? That's why I question women. Every woman that come around, I question her. Trying to size her up. Oh, why are you this age and you don't have a man? They think you're trying to get with them. I need to know who's around me. Who sent you? Same thing I do with men.
Facts.
Yeah, where you want to join? Oh, Abba. All right, all right, I hear you.
Yep.
Keep an eye on him, man. Keep an eye on him. You don't know who to trust,
Facts.
Certain people come around, you got to screen them, man. You never know who they might try. That's how they got Malcolm.
Facts.
That's how they got Martin. That's how they got all of our notable leaders, man. You got to screen the people. I don't give a damn. See, when people put their guards down, that's how they got Malcolm. That night that he didn't do that check, he lost his life. You got to screen everyone. If it offends them, let them get the hell up out of here, man. You got to screen everybody, man. They don't like it, then so be it. How you this age, you're not married? Why you want to be around here, brother? How did you find out about this? They start getting offensive. You already know something's not right about them, huh? Because if you clean, you're not going to be offended by the questions.
Calm.
I'm trying to, you know what I am. All of these people know, they see me on the YouTube. I don't see them. I don't know what they look like.
Right. Facts.
Send a picture. That's why we tell everyone, send a photo. Why you want to join? Send a phone number. We need to talk to you. 2 or 3 of us on the phone cross-examining you. Some of you don't want to come on the calls. You stay in the background. That makes you suspicious, man. How come you never on the calls? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I'm uneasy. Let me probe. Let me ask some questions here. See what I can make this up. I got to try and size them up because they're not saying anything. You never know, man, who they plant, man.
Facts.
Come on, all wickedness. All wickedness, man. That's how they bring a lot of men down, man. It's through that woman. Facts. You've seen movies, man, about an undercover woman detective. She'll go to the point where she's sleeping with the man, sucking him off and everything, and then she'd be the one to bust it. How many of you guys seen the movie, an old movie, black movie, very good movie, The Spook That Sat Behind the Door?
I didn't get to watch that one.
I told you guys to go and watch that joint,
right?
Yeah, him with a woman and everything. They said, is he a homosexual? We got to get to him some kind of way. And she told him, nah, he's clean. He's one of the cleanest brothers I ever seen. So you got to find something on it. So they try and supplant the woman on there. But the brother didn't physically get attached to anything. The women ended up falling in love for him, were in love with him, and he switched it up. And she was getting information for him. But they sent any kind of means that they can. Come. So let's keep reading, man.
Come. Verse 39 in the latter part. For she is a sinner. And Yahusha answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. There was a certain creditor which had two debtors.
Listen up, listen up. Certain creditor had two debtors. You
The
didn't even
one
know it was in the Bible. Okay?
the one owed 500 pence, and the other 50.
Now he's talking in parables. Okay?
And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me therefore, which of them will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thou hast rightly judged. And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house. Thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my...
Watch this. Isn't what he said? Go ahead.
But she hath washed my feet with tears and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman...
Peter, supposed to be the rock, man. He didn't do none of this.
Come.
Yeah, read on.
But this woman, since the time I came in, hath not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven. For she loved much, but to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. And he said unto her, Thy sins are forgiven. And they that sat at meat with him began to say within themselves, Who is this that forgiveth sins also?
Yo, now check it out, man. Nowhere in this precept that it says this woman is Mary Magdalene. That comes from Christendom, man. It's made up from Christendom. You see? Yeah, read on.
And he said unto the woman, Thy faith hath saved thee. Go in peace.
This woman was unnamed. You see that? What precept? What verse was that?
That was 50.
All right. Now let's go to Yachanan, John, Yohanes, 7 and 53. Watch this. And someone get me John 8 and 11. And nowhere said that this woman, this is another unnamed woman. It doesn't say her name was Mary Magdalene. So where does this hoax come from? Okay.
So Book of Yachanan, chapter 7, verse 53. No, that's the last verse. And it reads, And every man went unto his own house.
Hold on a second.
Come on.
Someone get in the meantime, someone get John 8 and 11.
The book of Yachanan, chapter 8, verse 11. She said, No man. And Yahusha said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Then spake Yahusha again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself. Thy record is not true. Yahusha answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came and whither I go. But ye cannot tell whence I come and whither I go. Ye judge after the flesh. I judge no man. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also...
Stop right there. Does anyone have a Bible dictionary handy?
Come.
Someone look up Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. Get to the bottom of this thing, man. A lot of people say Mary Magdalene was a woman that anointed Christ's feet, which is a lie. Mary Magdalene.
Calm. This is the Zondervan Pictorial Dictionary, page 514. It say Mary Magdalene. Her name probably indicates that she came from Magdala on the southwest coast of the Sea of Galilee.
So she was Mary of Magdalene. Mary of Magdalene. Go ahead.
After Yahusha
She
cast
was a
seven,
follower of Hamashiach. Go ahead.
after Yahusha cast 7 demons out of her, Mark 16:9, Luke 8:2, she became a devoted disciple of his. There is no real ground for thinking that she had been a woman of immoral life before Yahusha healed her.
See, she would. Yeah, it means that she wasn't no prostitute. Go ahead.
Con. The only ground for thinking so is the fact that the first mention of her in Luke 8:2 comes immediately after the story of the sinful woman who anointed Yahusha, Luke 7:36-50. She followed the body of Yahusha to the grave, Matthew 27:61, and was the first to learn of the resurrection, Matthew 28 verses 1-8, Mark 16 verse 9, Luke 24 verses 1 and 10. Nothing is known of her life after Hamashiach's resurrection.
Yeah, so the only get Luke 8:1-3. The only gospel that mentions Mary Magdalene, Hamashiach doing anything to her was clearing her of evil spirits, not being a prostitute. That's a lie that Christendom them threw in there. Luke 8, verse 1-3.
The book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 1. And it came to pass afterward.
Now she had 7 demons in her. Legion was in her. God.
That he went throughout every city and village, preaching and showing the glad tidings of the kingdom of Yahuwah. And the 12 were with him. And certain women which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom...
So let me ask you this. Mary, that word Magdalene is not her surname. It's not her last name. It's from the place that she came from. Magdala. You understand? A lot of Christendom has confused a lot of you people. Magdala, you could go and look it up, or if you get an old biblical map, it's a city in Galilee. Go ahead, read.
Out of whom went 7 devils. And Johanna...
Galilee it's old Palestine. It's ancient Palestine. It's the northmost upper part of ancient Palestine. Now, today, it would be called Northern Israel. Now read.
And Joanna, the wife of Cusa, Herod's steward, and Susanna, Salakia, and many others, which ministered unto him of their substance. And when much people were gathered together and were come to him out of every city, he spake by a parable. Number 5. A sower went out to sow his seed.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good on that. That's good on that. So, you don't see nothing about this woman being no prostitute, man. But she was one of the women that followed him throughout his mission after he cleared those demons out of her. Everybody see that?
Come.
That's something Christendom that made up. Nothing about this woman being a prostitute. The woman that was caught in that act, man. Nothing in the scriptures say her name was Mary of Magdala. After the crucifixion, remember, she witnessed along with several other women that was at the foot of the cross and his male disciples. So she's told in the story of the resurrection also. Let's get John 20, verse 1. After the resurrection, Hamashiach appears to her alone. When we read John 20, verse 1 through 13, he appears to her alone. Got
Book of John, Yachanan, chapter 20, verse 1. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and see the stone taken away from the sepulchre. Then she runneth and cometh to Simon Peter and to the other disciple whom Yahushua loved, and said unto him, They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, and we know not where they have laid him. Peter therefore went forth, and that other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. So they ran both together, and the other disciple did outrun Peter, and came first to the sepulchre. And he stooping down and looking in, and saw the linen clothes lying, yet went he not in. Then cometh Simon Peter following him, and went into the sepulchre, and seeth the linen clothes lie, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself. Then went in also that other disciple which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed.
So the lie got out because a lot of men in Christendom didn't appreciate Hamashiach honoring women, so they became jealous. And so the woman that we read about in Luke earlier that anointed his feet with her tears, they try to lie and say that was Mary Magdalene. We did not read anything in that scripture about that being Mary Magdalene. That's a fabricated Christian lie. Go ahead, read.
Then went in also that other disciple which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed. For as yet they knew not the scripture that he must rise again from the dead. Salah. Then the disciple went away again unto their own home, but Mary stood without at the sepulchre, weeping. And as she wept, she stooped down and looked into the sepulchre, and seeth two angels in white sitting, the one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Yahweh.
Let me hit you guys something. And that doctrine came out of the Roman Catholic Church. In 591 AD, there was a man by the name of Pope Gregory that, see, who Yachanan was talking about, the Mary, was Mary of Bethany. But Pope Gregory in 591 AD trying to switch that over to make it Mary Magdalene, so that Mary Magdalene could be less important if he make her a prostitute. But the woman wasn't a prostitute, because the scriptures clearly say Mary Bethany. See, that's what Christendom does to people, man. Go ahead,
Come on, verse 13. And they say unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? She said unto them, Because they have taken away my master, and I know not where they have laid him. And when she had thus said, she turned herself back and saw Yahushua standing, and knew not that it was Yahushua or Yahusha. Yahusha said unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou? She, supposing him to be the gardener, saith unto him, Sir, if thou have borne him hence, tell me where thou hast laid him, and I will take him away. Yahusha said unto her, Mary. She turned herself and said unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master. Yahusha said unto her, Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and to my Elohim, my supreme Elohim, and your supreme Elohim. Verse 18. Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she had seen the master.
Okay, so that's good. We just wanted to show that was Mary Magdalene. Let's get Luke 10 and 38. Now you're going to see this is Mary of Bethany. It's not the same woman as Mary Magdalene. Understand what I read is. Now what else you watch, y'all?
Come.
The Bible precept upon precept. Luke 10 and 38.
The book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 38. Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village. A certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahushua's feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Master, doest thou not care that my sister...
This is Lazarus' sister. God.
Doest thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Yahushua answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her.
So Martha was Mary's sister. Go ahead.
That's it. That's 42. Next chapter.
It just talks about Lazarus dies in the next chapter.
Come.
Yeah, we read all of that. Let's say Acts 22 and 3.
Come. The book of Acts, chapter 22, verse 3. I am verily a man which am a Yahudim born in Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, yet brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, and was zealous toward Yahuwah, as ye all are this day. And I persecuted this way unto the death, binding and delivering into prisons both men and women. As also the high priest doeth bear me witness, and all the estate of the elders, from whom also I received letters unto the brethren, and went to Damascus to bring them which were there bound.
Let's go to Yachanan, John 11, verse 4. When the death of Lazarus, you see this Mary was Mary of Bethany, because that's where he went. He went into Bethany. He encountered a Martha, and then she told Mary, her sister.
The book of Yachanan, chapter 11, verse 4. When Yahusha heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of Yahuwah, that the Son of Yahuwah might be glorified thereby. Now Yahusha loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days, still in the same place where he was. Then after that saith he to his disciples, let us go into Judea again. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Yahudim of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? Yahusha answered, are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go, that I may awake him out of sleep. Then said his disciples, Master, if he sleep, he shall do well. Howbeit Yahusha spake of his death, but they thought that he had spoken of taking of rest in sleep. Then said Yahusha unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead, and I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, to the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. Then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him. Then when Yahusha came, he found that he had
Let's
lain.
drop that. Let's go. So long we've been on here, man. Let's go on to Jezebel. We've been on here an hour already. Let's go to Jezebel. Who was Jezebel? Anybody know? What can we learn about Jezebel? Which book was she in?
Kings.
First and Second Kings.
Who was Jezebel?
The wife of King Ahab.
Yeah, Jezebel was considered to be a murderer, a temptress. She tempted people, and she was an enemy of the Most High. Let's get a precept on her, man. Someone got a precept on Jezebel? The wicked Jezebel? But now it's the First and Second Kings. Can we get a precept? Can we get a witness? The wicked Jezebel. Mr. Sandman, bring him a dream.
A precept would be
Trying to get the beginning of first time we see Jezebel in the scriptures. I think it's like late First Kings.
The wicked Jezebel.
It's like 1 Kings 16 and 31.
Read what you got. Who was
Book of 1
Jezebel?
Kings, chapter 16, verse 31. And it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king.
Now, was she wicked? Don't you know all the way in Revelations of Mashiach is referring to someone as having a Jezebel spirit?
Huh.
Someone get Revelations 2 and 20. Keep on reading, Yashabin. Revelations 2 and 20.
The daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians.
I want the part to say she was wicked. She was an enemy of the Most High, man. That was a wicked woman right there, boy. Well, the Most High hated that thing, boy.
God. And went and served Baal and worshipped him.
There you go, right there. She served Baal. That woman was wicked, man.
Huh.
How many Eves you stay in time trying to get you to, let me go and get my crystal. Wait, what's your zodiac sign? Hold still, baby. I'm gonna help you.
No,
I'm going for it.
stop.
She's meditating. Oh, I just finished meditating. Well, they be having spirits on them, huh? That spirit be warring against you. You caught up into how she looked, man. An attractive witch.
So I got Revelations 2 and 20, y'all.
God.
Revelations chapter 2, verse 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman, Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, and to eat things sacrificed unto idols.
There's a lot of Jezebels in this world. A lot of these Eves are nothing but Jezebel, man. They're causing you to commit fornication, which is sexual wickedness. Sexual wickedness.
Huh.
She lures you in just like Jezebel. She'll say things and she'll say it. She deals with subtleties. She'll say it in a subtle way that you can't even charge her with it. Just, I don't know what you're talking about. But she projected the message in a way that she wanted you to get it. If you don't act the way she want to act, she might try to say you raped.
Facts.
Jezebel spirit. That's a Jezebel spirit.
Huh.
That is a how. Someone give me Proverbs. 20. A hoe is a deep ditch. Don't fall in that thing, boy.
23:7.
A hoe is a deep. You know, they didn't even believe that was in the Bible, Kadar. They don't believe that's in the Bible. But Raksha don't believe that's in the Bible, huh?
Oh no, it's there. It's there. I done fell in that deep ditch before.
A hoe is a deep ditch.
That's
That thing. What is a ditch used for, man? Used to trap things, to catch things.
Come. Book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman a narrow pit.
Read it again, huh? Read it again.
For a whore
for a hoe
is a deep ditch.
A deep ditch. Boy, she done been dug out. Boy, that ditch is deep. You fall in that thing, boy, you get trapped. You fall in that thing, there's an echo down there. Hello, hello, hello. You down there trying to muff die. For a hoe is a deep ditch.
Deep ditch.
The Most High hate that thing.
Facts.
She also lieth in wait as for a prey, and increaseth the transgressors among men. Yeah.
Come. So Jezebel was another wicked woman. We see that spirit in the world today. What about Rahab? Was Rahab a harlot? Let's go to Yahshua. You know who Rahab was? Yahshua, the second chapter. Start reading in verse 1.
The book of Joshua. Chapter 2.
Rahab, the harlot. The prostitute. Go.
Chapter 2, verse 1. And Yeshua, the son of Nun, sent out at Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came into an harlot's house.
So Rahab was a harlot. When you look that word up in the Ibrit, it's zona, meaning a prostitute. Read on.
Named Rahab, and lodged there. And it came, and it was.
She had 2 Israelite spies escape, boy. Prostitute.
And it was told to the king. It was told the king of Jericho, saying, "Behold, there came men."
On that wall, man. She helped him escape down the wall of Jericho. I wonder what happened on the other side of that wall, boy. They must have tore that thing up on the other side of that wall. She's a prostitute, huh? Boy, she wanted her way out of that thing, boy. Before the wall of Jericho come trembling down.
And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Yasha-Allah to search out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went, I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof.
So I mean, we don't have to go into all of that. That's another spirit. You know, this is the third spirit of a harlot. this spirit we're seeing in the world today. Also, and there's one more we wanted to look up was Lilith. Lilith. She was a fertile mother, a wilderness demon. Guys over here, Lilith. Hello.
I'm ringing the bell. I can't.
Lilith. She was a wilderness demon. Lilith literally represents chaos and seduction. All right, bringing up some things in the precepts, man. A lot of people may not be familiar with. Anyone got a Bible dictionary? Let's go to Yeshaya 34, verse 1.
Come. It's the book of Yeshaya, Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people.
So someone give me Strong's 39 and 17. Go ahead.
Come.
The only place she's found in the Bible is Isaiah the 34th chapter.
Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken.
When you look at the word, it means literally expector. Go ahead.
Ye people, let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahuwah is upon all nations, and his fury upon all thine armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
To the 14th verse so we could get to her name. This is talking about, it's always referring to destruction. And this is dealing with Esau. Isaiah 34 and 14.
It's the book of Yeshaya, chapter 34, verse 14. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the island. And the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest.
Now, the screech owl literally means Lilith. Now, let's look that up. Let's go to Strong's. People would have never, that's why you guys don't know about it. You don't decipher this Bible like the Falmouth of Kahan. Let's see what the screech owl means. You probably just read, it's just talking about an owl. No, it's not. It's talking about a woman. Read, let's get Strong's 39:17. And so the screech owl is basically saying Lilith shall also rest there. Finish reading that precept first, Benai. So you can finish this out. You can see it's talking about a woman.
Verse 15.
No, finish reading 14. Read 14 again.
Come on. It's the book of Yeshaya, chapter 34, verse 14. The wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the island. And the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl
Lilith
also shall rest there.
So Lilith shall rest there. Go ahead.
And find for herself a place of rest.
And find for herself a place to rest. Who is she?
Come on. I got that at 39:17.
Go ahead, Yashabin. It's a female goddesses. Go ahead.
Come on. Lilith. Owl. Name of a female night demon.
See that? They put that in screech owl to throw you off. And people won't even go and look it up, man, to see what it means. It just mean an owl. Go see what it means, man. This Bible's like a puzzle, man. You know what I told you, Barak Shah? You thinking about an owl, man. This is talking about a night demon. Lilith. Go ahead, read, Yashabin.
Female night demon haunting desolate Edom, probably borrowed from Babylonian. Isaiah 34 and 14. Syrian.
See that?
On the development of legends, Lilith, and later Judaism.
See that? Lilith. See, the reason no one heard of her is because in that King James translation, they got the word there, screech owl. Go and look up what a screech owl is. Lilith.
Female night demon.
When you look it up in the 1913 Catholic Encyclopedia, it sums Lilith up to a mythological queen of the demons. Huh? Yep. Dealing with Edom. That whole chapter right there is they're dealing with Edom. Esau. Mr. C's people. Yeah.
And the host of heaven shall come.
It's dealing with Esau. The host of heaven is talking about Esau's heaven. It's talking about his rulership. They're going to be rolled together like a giant scroll. Who's Kim? Bible is deep. So many levels of truth can be revealed if we only seek. Who's Kim? Kim M. Look at Mel's hand. Hope it's not that thing that we saw in the gym, boy.
Hold up. What is that?
I don't know what the hell that damn thing was, boy. Hell as that thing is, boy. I'm going to get my toaster, man. Eliminate that before it multiplies.
Yeah.
Questions. We're done with this. We're gonna entertain questions if anyone has any. Jezebel spirit of Lilith. You name it. Gonna post the link in the room. Anyone has questions or anything they would like to add? You're surely welcome to come on the call. Unless you're a Lilith. If you're a Lilith, come on the call to be healed. Yes. A night demon. You ain't nothing but a Lilith. Get out of here, girl. You ain't nothing but a Lilith.
Screech owl.
Get that screech owl out of here, man.
I don't know any owls that screech. They hoot.
We got some screech owls that be hanging around T-Top, huh?
Neck going a whole 360.
Ooh, that's who.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, screech owls and raccoon.
I didn't even think that was a referencing something. I thought it was more like adjective.
You'll be stunned by what you thought you knew.
Come on.
Lilith. That screech owl, it's just talking about an owl. Well, they start thinking about fish. Turns out there's an actual night demon, female. Jake worshiped it. Eve got that spirit all over her. You know what I told you about Aksha? Eve got the spirit of Lilith all over her.
But I'm gonna stay away, man. I'm good, man. I can't do it, man. You know how hard it is to get that lust demon off you? Can you even go play that again? Oh man.
Kane, brother Kane.
Ooh.
You can't never see the picture till you're out of the frame. When you're out of the frame and you really see the picture, all your ex friends and so forth, you can see the addiction all over them. It's all they do. And then you realize why they are nowhere in life and they're still debtors because they're still chasing the dirty box.
Yep, yep,
Man,
yep.
oh man.
The
I'm,
words
I'm
of
so
every.
glad not to be involved in.
Yep, yep, yep.
I didn't know how good it would feel to be free of that, man. I'll be honest with you. And I don't know, I'm definitely not gay. I love a woman, but that lustful foolishness, man, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's just the truth.
Kevin Hall just ordered, man.
Come.
Kevin Hall ordered, man.
Like you were saying, those quiet demons, those are the ones you gotta watch out for. Those are the ones that definitely get you locked up. So full of it, man, I don't even know what to tell you.
Yep.
What's the name of that woman that accused Joseph?
That was Potiphar's
Very
wife.
Sheba. Oh no. Yeah. You talking about okay.
That's a wicked spirit right there.
Came on to him. He like, no, scream. Yeah. Got many examples in them scriptures out there. Beware.
That's a tough charge to fight off as a man. Your name is completely ruined if you're, alleged to rape or molestation or something like that. Your name is never really the same after that.
Mm-hmm. It's the way Esau made it. He purposely did that. Huh? Lilith.
Cain, brother Cain. Yeah. Him came to learn. Finally saw,
Any questions? Any questions? Let's entertain those questions, man. Lilith. What did Daryl Suba order, man?
William.
He was a member of T-Dot, man. He used to train with us. These brothers just disappeared, man.
Come.
No, not even a good reason, man. Fall out of the truth. Fall right back into the wall, man. What the hell's in the wall? I could never do that.
Where you gonna go? Ain't nowhere to go. Fall back into the world Ain't nothing. You're gonna see all the BS. Allow yourself to get caught up in that, man. You gonna sit right with you.
That's when the Most High gonna lift up your skirt and skin your back with a cat of nine tails spiritually.
Come on.
Fold it on your hoe.
La
Can't do.
Man, I'm in agreement. I'm good.
Advice to a king. Yeah, man. I got no questions, y'all. Come on, hit the link. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for
He ordered in Flix of Commerce. That was super.
Seen him in the chat a couple times though. Not recently.
And he was going through a case, huh?
Mm.
Yep.
She's spinning pieces of paper around.
Who?
So Waco Jacob said.
Who?
Talking about nah, I can't remember the good evening. Damn.
Wake up, Jacob. Stop chasing.
Oh, they Nepal.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, she done. Shorty's a thought.
Yeah, that's one of them quiet ones too. Hey, Shalom Brothers.
She's not quiet at all. She's
No,
loud.
how she tried to come on the show that time. Hey,
I
Shalom.
already knew what it was, man.
Some balance.
Yeah. Fake, man. Fake as hell.
You want to bring some balance. All right, you stand on your side of the scale, right over the lake of fire. I'm gonna step off.
I still say they set that up.
Come,
Yeah.
Still say they set that up.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
Because, I mean, the way she just came in like that, I'm like, yeah.
Not even just that, she been a regular over there, huh?
Yeah. Man. The cat's out the bag, man. I already know the whole scoop on.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, regular. She was a
Man.
Others gonna learn until they whole show.
She done moved in with him,
Oh hell.
Yeah. First she was traveling from New Mexico to Cali, but now she done moved in with him. Sucker for love. Sucker for love.
Wait a minute, I know you.
Rest haven for hoes. Rest haven.
Yeah. On the Mac. Yeah, I know you. They used to call you Jawbone. Even remember your name.
It's crazy, huh?
She destroyed every man she came in contact with. Give it some time.
You hear about it. Oh, that's crazy.
All right, man. I guess they have nothing else. I'm gonna shut this joint down, man. Questions? See any questions? I posted a link a couple times. Questions? I'm gonna shut it down. Shut it down. I heard the room pop. I'm willing to bet this Mellow King. One and only Nicholas Carefoot. Nope. Look who this is, man. This piece of crap right here.
Repeat.
Come on, Akios.
David, we don't appreciate what you did, man. Don't call us brothers. You came all the way to Atlanta only to go back to your hotel room and do who knows whatever, man. The whole point of a high holy day is to congregate. If you don't have a clear understanding of what the word congregate means, I suggest you go and define it. I answer you like a Mashiach answered. My mother and my brother are in the temple with me.
Amen. So I did that. Now I came down there.
No.
We were all in the temple. Then after the temple,
No.
Where else?
No.
Right. So straighten that out. So anyway, I had a urinary tract infection, and I don't know if you ever.
There's too much information. There's too much information. We don't need to hear that.
That's why I didn't give any. The Bible says, "Let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nay." And I said no.
We don't appreciate what you did, David. We don't appreciate what you did, and we don't want to congregate with brothers like that. It's really not brothers.
What did I do?
After the whole point of coming was to congregate.
Okay.
Not just doing the Purim. Do you understand what Purim is? It's supposed to be the exchanges of gifts and the helping the poor and so on and so forth.
Yes.
You came late, first of all. You came at least an hour and something late.
Yes, because
the event was only about 2 hours. So we saw all about maybe an hour of you, sir. And then that was it.
Right.
Not to mention that you was there until the next day.
I had a urinary tract infection.
Listen, David, in anus, everyone has one. We don't care to hear them over here. What we know is that you was there, but you wasn't there. It looks more to me, I don't know about you guys, it looked more to me like you had a urinary tract infection because you was looking uglier than ever when I saw you.
Yes, because a urinary tract infection hurts. What part of that aren't you understanding?
Well,
so I stayed there.
The part that I'm not understanding is why a piece of crap like you keep presenting his face around us.
From 2 to 5.
Get out of here, you piece of crap. I don't want to hear your excuses. It's probably not a urinary tract infection. It's probably gonorrhea. He slept with a harlot. What he was. Now it all makes sense. Which part of that don't you understand? You probably have gonorrhea, syphilis.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you got that.
Right, how do you get that? Like he's a female or something. How do you get something like that? This isn't just rise up in a vacuum. He's still in the back room. He's trying to raise his voice, man. When I see him next, I'm gonna choke the crap out of him, man. David, expect to see me tomorrow in Pittsburgh.
Come on. So
expect to see me tomorrow in Pittsburgh. I'm getting on the next private jet up to Pittsburgh.
Come on. Now
you and I are gonna do a face-to-face. And this time you're gonna have a egghead infection. Because I'm gonna crack your melon, buddy.
So just so y'all know, you don't have to have sex to get it. It's in your gut, and it comes from bacteria through your skin, and it's associated with E. coli. So I'm thinking, oh man, I thought I was passing a stone. So now I sat there and I said,
it's called gonorrhea and syphilis. Which part of that don't you understand?
It's not.
Keep your ride out of these prostitutes.
Hey, look, I'm just telling you what the doctor told me. I don't know about all that. I've been taking Bladder-Rack for it.
Now, how many of you on this call has actually ever heard a man having a urinary tract infection? That's typically a female type thing.
It's called a UTI.
I've never heard that from a man. Let me get the research here, man. You guys ever hear that from a man? You know, stuck your rod into something, man. How does a man get that? He talking about it comes through your skin. Yeah, only the tooth fairy.
The only time I ever knew a man getting that was because some dirty box.
Yep.
That was it.
Well, I'm just telling you what the doctor said. I don't know, but it hurts.
Yeah, well, I know.
Whatever it is,
I ride in one of them horror that we reading about.
I sat on the floor for 4 hours. By the time I stood up, man, I'm surprised I could even stand up. I wasn't going bowling. That's all I said.
You come to the right place. This is not medical advice. If you need medical advice, seek yourself a physician. Can I get a reader here?
All right.
Urinary tract infections. Urinary tract infections, UTI, is a very common type of infection in
very
your
common.
urinary system.
Very common, not just female. Go ahead, read.
UTI can involve any part of your urinary system, including the urethra, ureters, bladder, and kidneys. Symptoms typically include needing to urinate often.
Yes.
Having pain when urinating and
Say what?
pain. Having pain when urinating.
Okay.
And feeling pain in your side or lower back. Most UTIs can be treated with an antibiotic.
For 10 days.
What is a urinary tract infection? UTI. Urinary tract infection is an infection of the urinary system. This type of infection can involve your urethra, a condition called urethritis. Kidneys, a condition called pyelonephritis, or bladder, a condition called cystitis. Your urine typically doesn't contain bacteria or germs. Urine is a byproduct of our filtration system, the kidneys. When waste products and excess water is removed from your blood by the kidneys, urine is created. Normally, urine moves through your urinary system without any contamination. However, bacteria can get into the urinary system from outside of the body.
Calm down, hold on, listen. It don't
Go ahead.
Causing problems like infection and inflammation.
Well, you stuck that rod in something, boy. Go ahead.
Tract infection.
Go ahead. It don't say
the urinary tract. The urinary tract makes and stores urine, one of the body's liquid waste products. The urinary tract includes the following parts: kidneys. These small organs are located.
It's primarily saying women, like I said. Let's go down here. Let's go down here, Uncle John. Yeah, how common? Yeah. But
how common are urinary tract infections? Urinary tract infections are very common, occurring in 1 out of 5 women. In their lifetime. Though UTIs are common in women, they can also happen to men, older adults, and children. 1 to 2%.
And I'm an older.
Come on, be quiet, man.
And I'm an older adult.
Get him out of here, man. He's acting like a debtor, man. He trying to. Some say he don't want something to come out. That's why people keep talking like that. He don't want something to come out. It's good. Oh man.
Man, David got the bullhead claps, man.
Like gonorrhea, boy. You trying to call someone to you? Well, you done put that ride in, so the boy, that boy was running up. That boy jumping all around the bathroom, boy. Come on.
Whoever he invited to come sit with him, you see?
Oh,
man. Let's look at what causes it. Let's see. See that? Bacteria. How did he get it? It had to get in him some way. You talking about go through his skin. That's BS, man.
That don't make no sense.
See that urinary tract infections are caused by microorganisms, usually bacteria that enters the urethra and the bladder. See, that means he had to put that rod in something, no?
Come on.
Going through no skin, causing inflammation and infection. You see that? So that you know that means that went through his rod.
Come on.
You know what increases bacteria too? Sugar, i.e. alcohol.
E. coli bacterium normally found in the intestines. Wow. Yeah, man. Well, that boy done got burnt, boy. That boy got gonorrhea. That boy got gonorrhea, boy. That boy taking that penicillin, man, and them long needles. Old food and got gonorrhea. But it's still. He's trying to leasing it down to a urinary. Boy, that boy burning, boy. It's 2023 and look who's burning. Boy, I told him to leave them damn prostitutes alone. That's why he travel, man.
Do something else.
He didn't want to hang out with the alcohol, man. That boy burning up, boy.
Well, just so y'all know, I didn't feel like talking. I just
Take a ride out of that thing.
Lay down.
You got this, man. Let's treat a little on this.
I wasn't even taking anything.
This might sound closer to what you have, David. Gonorrhea overview. Gonorrhea is an infection caused by a sexually transmitted bacterium that infects both males and females. Gonorrhea most often affects the same thing. You see what I'm saying? A urethra, rectum, or throat. In females, gonorrhea can also infect the cervix. Gonorrhea is most commonly spread during vaginal or oral or anal intercourse. Symptoms. In many cases, gonorrhea infection causes no symptoms. Symptoms, however, can affect many sites in your body, but commonly appear in the genital tract. Gonorrhea affecting the genital tract. Signs and symptoms. Painful urination. Pus-like discharge from the tip of the penis. Pain of swelling and one testicles. But that boy looked like he had a balloon in his jaw. That's the thing. What the hell you got in your plant? A watermelon?
All right, there, smart guy. I'm pulling up ibuprofen.
Hey, he said, Tyler, now you got one up on me.
Hold on, we're going to even that score. Pull up ibuprofens. From ibuprofen.
But that boy looked like he had a melon in his groin, boy.
Pull up ibuprofen, and you'll see that one of the side effects of the ibuprofens, because y'all know I got a bad back. Now, I was taking ibuprofens, and last month I started getting blood in my urine. Mm-hmm. oh, okay. And that felt like I was passing a stone or something. I
I
was
told you, David, when you called me and asked me to leave that damn woman alone. Don't do it.
You'll be the last person I call.
I told you not to go down to that damn product. Those damn projects. You know what he told me, Benign? Oh man, I can get them for cheap down in the project.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You got you the bullhead clap, huh?
Turn anything around.
Boy, she done burned him. Boy.
Oh man, Kahan, you can work on a one-way street and make traffic turn around. So anyway, I came off of the ibuprofen and I started taking the Ablaterac, and then I got the infection. So since I'm not a doctor,
You need to drink a lot of water, David. That's what you need to do.
Come on.
You need to drink a lot of water to flush your system out.
yes, I do. Thank you. Thwada.
You need to try to drink at least a gallon of water a day to flush your system.
Gone.
The bacteria is in there. Those antibiotics, probably in 1 or 2 days, it should be pretty much cleared up. But I would take them just to make sure everything. But the thing about taking antibiotics, it shuts down your regular immune system.
Yeah, I heard.
That's why they don't let you take them that long.
Yeah, that's why I was taking the Ablaterac. I was like, okay, well, let's try something. I would try.
You know what? You should have taken for that is this. This is good for STDs or I'll show you something here, man.
Okay.
This orange Bladerac is not one that's going to help you with an STD or urinary tract infection. This one. You know,
Marijuana.
it's not marijuana.
This one.
You guys read that?
No, that's kind of fuzzy.
You can't read that?
Come on. Cordoncillo negro.
What does that say, Barack Shaw?
Cornduxillo Nergo. Oh, Negro.
Mm-hmm. This is if you're going to take an herb, that's what you should take.
Okay. Spell that again. COND.
It's an alkaline herb right there.
Okay.
And it's good. This is good for venereal diseases, urinary tract infections, and the like.
Okay.
Cordyceps negro.
Yep.
Okay.
Do
So
some research on it. I hope it just,
all right, that's good. Hold it right there, Kahan, please. CONDONCILL. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because he gave me some antibodies. All right, I got it, Kahan.
Yeah, I go ahead and finish taking the antibodies since you finished taking them. But I would just drink some of this herbal tea.
Yeah,
Stay away from them old Edomite women that like to drink, man.
I don't drink. Sorry. I'm telling you, after them spirits got up on me and I learned how to fight them jokers.
What the hell David had in his pants, man? Well, that boy done caught that.
So far, I've been lucky. I went my whole life. I didn't catch no venereal disease. So, but I know some younger ones that have. And my son even caught it once. He caught the crabs or something. And I was like,
the way you was walking the other day, David, looks like you caught the lobsters.
I should have sat on that floor, and I was like, oh boy. Next time, I don't know. But no more ibuprofen for me. The last 2 months from fooling around with that ibuprofen has been a nightmare. Whew. So I'll try that. Condensello Negro.
The thing is, man, you that bacteria is from something but those antibiotics should clear it up. You probably just need to drink more water.
He said it comes from the E. coli, because the E. coli comes through your skin, and you can and the bacteria comes from your stomach or something. I wasn't taking notes. I was just trying to listen to the guy, and I'm trying to make sense of what he was saying. But thank you. I'll try this, the Condensilla, because I don't really want to take medicine. especially after my ibuprofen thing. Because
I will finish taking that since you started taking it.
Okay.
That should clear that up. What did he give you? Amoxicillin or something like that?
Hold on, I have it here. I got the prescription here. CEPHALEVIN. Cephalin 500 milligrams.
Never heard of that. CEP. Spell that again, David.
CEPHALEVIN. 500 milligram capsules. Take one capsule, 500 milligram totals by mouth, 2 times a day for 10 days.
Cephalin. It's an antibiotic. It works fighting bacteria in their body.
Okay.
Usually treat infections caused by that bacteria, including upper respiratory infections, ear infections, skin infections, urinary tract infections, and bone infections. Warning: you should not use this medication if you're allergic to cephalin or to similar antibiotics, such as Cleptin.
No, I'm not allergic.
Doctor, if you are allergic to any drugs, especially penicillin or other antibiotics.
Yeah, he asked me if I was allergic to anything. I told him no, except for ibuprofen. I'll bet y'all be allergic to that. So I can't even apologize because it was out of my control. So, but I'll see you on the next one.
Some of the side effects of that is severe stomach pain, diarrhea, that is watery or bloody. If it occurs months after your last dose, usually tiredness, feeling lightheaded, shortness of breath, easy brushing, unusual bleeding, purple or red spots on your skin, seizure. That thing has some heavy side effects. Pale skin, cold hands and feet, yellow skin, dark colored urine, fever, weakness, or see how these damn drugs have all these side effects?
Mm-hmm.
There's more side effects than what it's healing.
Yeah.
Your side or lower back, pain for urination. The same damn problem that you have is going to cause.
Mm-hmm.
Pain for urination, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting,
and back pain,
digestion, stomach pain, vaginal itching, or discharge. Ain't that a BITCH, man?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that he's trying to get cured for, the drug is going to give him the same symptom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, that's why I went for the bladder act, because it said it helps.
Yeah, you got to make sure you take all those things, though, man, because if not, it might come back.
Yeah, I don't want it to get worse. Couldn't imagine it getting worse because it was bad. It was bad. But I'm of good cheer. If I made it through COVID 3 times, I'll sure make it through this one with the Most High.
How many times are you taking that per day? 2 times?
2 times a day.
Every 6 hours?
I'll take 1 in the morning and 1 either before.
Yeah, but what is it? It should have instructions on it, David, on how it's to be
taken. No, it said take 2 a day. Come on. Take 1 capsule by mouth 2 times a day for 10 days. It doesn't say in the morning or in the evening, but I'll take 1 before I go to the Just Over Broke, and I'll take 1 after whatever we're doing online.
Does it seem like it's offer you any kind of relief?
No, because I just saw the doctor this evening. And so I actually worked late. I worked until 7 today. Ooh.
Well, that boy was doing the Sammy Davis Jr. when he went to the bathroom the other day.
You could see me this morning because I had a tent whenever I woke up. And, it hit me And I thought I was peeing on myself. I hopped out of the bed. I ran into the bathroom. It took a whole minute for that flow to start. I was like, oh, geez. I was standing there. I know how it feels to have a kidney stone now, or whatever those stones are that you get. So that made me go to the hospital. But I was fine. I'm taking the bladder because I thought that would work, but it didn't. When it got me this morning, no. So that's why I went to see a doctor. I forgot to pray about it too, because if you pray about it and it still lasts 9 days, you're like, oh, the Lord didn't hear me. Come on, Most High, work with me here. So, but I'll pray over this medication, and I should be all right.
You're saying it took a whole minute for you to urinate?
It sure did. I was standing there waiting, but what woke me up was I thought I'm going on myself, because it just wanted to release or whatever it is. I don't know the technical terms for it, but I woke up from a dead sleep. It was about 7:30 a.m. and I don't generally get up until 9:30 because I don't have to be to work until 11 or whenever I get there. Color people time. But I generally don't have to be there till 11. So for me to be waking up at 7:30 like that, it had to be significant, because I'm probably just reaching REM sleep at that point. But no, man, that was something. If you guys ever get that, say something to the Kahan about it, or ask your general, but go to the doctors and see what they got. I'll give it a shot. I ain't a medicine man. But two things I will take medicine for: pain for the tooth and the and the back. Those are two I just haven't been able to pray my way through yet. A toothache and a back pain. So be of good cheer. He has overcome the world, and it ain't going to be here much longer anyway, because like the Khan said earlier, the signs of the times are out here, and I don't know how much longer this place is going to be here, because I think I could hear these horses in the clouds, and I just want to be in the Lord's army.
So who's Karen?
Hey, Karen.
First John 4, First John 4. We love because he first loved us.
Okay.
That was so much fun.
All right, Karen, she just came in and read that and left. Interesting. Okay, Karen, it's true. Anyone? Did I miss something there? Kadar?
I don't know what just happened. I just heard 1 John 4:1.
We love him because he first loved us. Okay, I agree with that, Karen. Thank you for the scripture, Karen. Anything else you'd like to add, sis?
She fell out.
I know.
Yeah.
She's in the background. She's been listening.
Hey, Kahan, am I going to be able to get one of those white little name tags like everybody has on the panel right now?
What do you mean?
Luke 18:27. Praise be to the Most High. The general says general. Benaiah says rude boy.
Oh, yeah, you can put that there. You can put that there when you log in. When you log into to the StreamYard, you can type it there.
Okay.
What you gonna put on yours, Elder?
I don't know. I'll probably just put down "forgive me," and then that way we'll just work from there. That's my default position with this group of Akiums. Forgive me, for I know not what I do.
Eli.
David was about to get nasty, wasn't he? Bernard. He said, "Which part of that don't you understand?"
God.
Was it David on the bottle, boy? I was about to say that boy and got back on that bottle, boy.
That sounded like Ricky Davis.
Come on, man. No, with you Akiums, I experience
Had to throw him in the corner for a second, huh?
every emotion with you all. Every emotion.
Well, I was booking me a flight right now, man, to come up there to check him out.
Well, watch out! I got a camera. I'll put you on camera.
That's good. Camera. I want them see. I want them to see this ass whipping you about.
You couldn't catch me, God, until I ran out of breath.
You're gonna go viral. Yeah, what happened to David Davis' face?
You'd have to run, Con. You better be ready to run, because I ain't standing there letting you whoop me. I'm telling you right now. You catch me, okay. Boy. True disciples of Christ. But he's right. I seen a depiction of Lilith. She has an owl's tail, and it's to the left. She doesn't have on a shirt, and she's holding 3 arrows, and I'm not sure what she's holding in the other hand. And the first time I heard about her, somebody was trying to tell us that she was Adam's first wife. I'm like, oh, okay. That's another one of those strange doctrines that we're not supposed to fall for in the last days. But the Quran, he was the first one to show in the Bible where it actually spoke about Lilith. But I see that the time frame is off from that strange doctrine that someone was trying to influence me with, because if she was Adam's first wife, and what scripture what was that we read it in? I think in John or something. So the timing was off. So that's what I got from that. So I'll always remember that. Now I know where to find her in the New Testament, I believe. So thank you all. I learned something today. Thwada. Something I had heard before. It was a long time ago. And
Robin Berry's in the back room, boy.
Con, I seen it. Con.
Robin just pop up, boy. Well,
I don't really talk to a lot of ladies about their spiritual walk, especially now that I know that I'm not supposed to be talking to them if they're not married. And the Kahan taught me that in such a way I'll never forget it again. I never asked them if they repented. Even when I was married and I was trying to teach to my wife a little bit, I always assumed that they repented. But ladies, you got to have some form of repentance, so you don't take everything so personal. There is good stories of women in the Bible, because he told you about Martha and Mary, and he told you about Mary of Magdalene, and he told you of the unnamed Mary. There are good women in the Bible. Pontius Pilate, not Pontius Pilate, Jesus, how Hamashiach was getting ready to get crucified, and the pontiff, then his wife came to him, and she said, "I had a dream. You shouldn't have nothing to do with that man." So um, there are good women. We just went over the Purim, Esther. So there are good stories of women in the Bible. I know you may have came up under some kind of Christian doctrine or something, and they may not depict women so well. Like the woman at the well, she was bad, but by the time she got done with her meeting at the well, she ended up quite well. See what I did there? So you can find yourself in the Bible. I find myself in a story or two in the Bible. I find something that I'm going through in the Bible, and then I try to take it from there. Listen, everybody will tell you if you get a Bible, you start with the red words. Okay, but you need to know the law. Uh, the true disciples of Christ, they do the law. They keep the law, and you, you have to do the same. You have to do the same thing. Here's something I just did at the Purim. I bought 4 zits. And one of the reasons why I did that, because the Kahan told me that it's okay for the women to wear zits. So you may think that only men wear the zits. So stick around, learn, and
I hope you don't give it to that woman that almost burned your ride or
no, no, man. Oh, please. That's a rumor, ladies. I'm not doing this, but
I'm about to mail you a fire extinguisher, take it, baby.
he has a, he has that kind of sense of humor. Ladies, if you stick around, he's very humorous. He has dry humor. He has cutting humor, and he's all around a humorous man. But you have to get to know him because if you don't, he will seem like the foul mouth Gahan. And I don't want you to stop there. I want you to get some of these jewels and some of these gems and pearls that he's putting out there, like we are. We're here week after week after week. He ain't paying us. He is not paying us. We love him and we learn from him. And I'm gonna say he might learn a thing or two from us, maybe. So
Absolutely.
gone, gone. So, ladies, don't give up. Like I told you last week, we need you. If I'm going to have my pick of 7 women who are coming to one man for his good name so that I can help you remove your reproach, then I would hope that you have been through something like the true disciples of Christ. Because I already had a whole life full of ladies like Jezebel. I got one right now, right next door to me. She hears these studies. Man, you should have seen her change. Whew. I had to tell her once, shut up, Jezebel. Go. You know what I'm saying? But if the Kahan hadn't bought that out, I wouldn't have known it was a Jezebel spirit. So we're learning here. A lot of these brothers may learn the same thing I learned. If you call it the right name, you'll get the right results. We don't want to keep going through these same kinds of relationships. One thing you young men will find out that the older you get, the faster your relationships go. The last one I was in lasted like 2 years. I was like, okay. But I never had a 2-year relationship. I didn't even have a 2-year relationship when I was in school. So stick and stay. Learn. You all right, John? We can see you. All right, so ladies, if you don't give your point of view, all you're going to hear is ours. I told my son once. He asked me a question. He said, "Can a woman teach her son how to be a man?" And you could hear her in the background, and I could hear his distress in the question. And the Holy Spirit gave me an answer. I love the Holy Spirit answers. He said, "Tell him that she could tell her son what she knows about being a man, but no, she won't be able to teach him how to be a man." Well, it's the same thing with us. We're not going to learn about being a woman. You don't hear it from a woman. Not we're not trying to become women, but we won't know uh, what you're about. You have to say something. You got to get in here and you got to get cut. They cut me for 15 minutes. And they was cutting me deep too, boy. I got my emotions. I'm like, no, 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 y'all got it wrong. But if you stick in there, you see how it could go for you. So if you ain't saying nothing, and then if we don't pick you, then it's not really our fault. We had a rough life. We're not always going to say in these studies what we were doing wrong in our relationships. The main thing we did wrong was we picked you, basically. So it just went down to tick for tack after we were in a relationship with you. So we won't really go over that until the Kahan decides to put his finger on that, because there's two sides to every story. So, ladies, you have to tell us your story, which tell us your side, and we're gonna know. Yeah. So I love you with the love of the Most High. The Bible says that you shall know my disciples by the love that they have one for another. The only thing that scripture doesn't show is that sometimes it sounds like cutting. Sometimes it sounds like reproof. Sometimes it sounds foul mouth. But if it's done in love, it you you get it. You're an adult. I don't have to explain every little thing, ladies. So if you have a question, I'm coming like Karen did. At least she tried to come in. You know, she'll do better for trying than having not tried at all. You know, what is that saying? It is better to love and lost than not have loved at all. Well, she'll be better for trying than someone who's just listening. Don't be just hearers of the word. You have to be doers of the word. Anything in the kingdom of heaven is going to be done through the prophets, and it's going to be done through speech. So likewise with the ladies. So speak up, ladies, and help us out. And with that, I yield.
All right, David, I think it's time to shut it down. No one seems to be coming in. Hope everyone have a good night. It's at 11. We're going to say shalom. Thank you for tuning in.
Shalom, shalom.